Hi, y'all. How are you doing today? That's better. I can handle that. Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna Pruitt. You can call me Bree for short. I am an RA in Sweeney. I have a minor in leadership. Anybody with minors in leadership? No? All right, cool. So my presentation today is called Travel Guide to Choosing You. So, can you click the button? We're going to go through a scope of the project. That's how I like to work things, so you know exactly what's going on the entire time. So first we're going to have an icebreaker. Then we're going to talk about why did you choose this for a presentation. We're going to talk about defining it, why choosing you is important. Then we're going to go into examples of choosing you. How does it connect to leadership? Ways to apply choosing you every day. Then we're going to do a little SMART goal, something cute. And then we're going to do an action time and reminders. All right, everybody good with that? Cool. So now we're going to play an icebreaker. It's an icebreaker that you all know. Yep. We're playing this or that. Okay. Are you going to choose society's standards and norms, or are you going to choose your real, true, authentic self? So, as you all know, my topic is Travel Guide to Choosing You, because I thought it was funny and quirky to follow the theme you all have going on today. So, we're going to start off with a little discussion in tables, and just discuss among the people amongst you. Jacob and Maddie, can y'all be a team? Diamond, can you be a team with them as well? Awesome. So, what is choosing you? Let's take a second to discuss that in little groups, and then we'll come back and I'll give you the definitions. What is choosing you mean? What is that?
It's like doing what you want to do because you want to do it, not like I'm gonna do this because people like won't look at me or they will look at me or all these things. It's like this is going to make me happy. So like if I want to like wear something ridiculous, if I want to dye my hair, if I want to like go to this strange thing or like play this weird game, like you're gonna do all those things because you enjoy it and because it makes you happy, as opposed to like it's gonna get you more likes on social media or people are going to ignore you because you're not standing out.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Wow, let's keep on. All right, group in the back. What is the importance of
this
choosing?
back or that back?
Yo,
This back right here? Oh,
Yeah,
it's the back.
in the back.
Oh, okay, I thought it was going last. I didn't know. Hold on. Alright, so what we talked about, choosing you is essentially like prioritizing yourself and your well-being. And we were kind of just having a discussion about how sometimes when there's so much going on, there's so many responsibilities, so many obligations, so many expectations, it's easy to kind of like put yourself on the back burner because you're focusing on everything else. And I was kind of like sharing some personal experience because I've experienced a lot, kind of the notion of if I don't do it, who will? And just recognizing that that's not necessarily the healthiest mindset to have. And you like in those situations and circumstances, you have to like force yourself to choose yourself and like to like have that peace.
That's a great answer. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
All right, this group in the mid back by the window.
Okay, so we have said that choosing yourself is basically like choosing like how you identify as yourself and like what do you stand for, your beliefs. Because like society can't like make you believe or make you feel a certain type of way. You gotta be yourself for real. And like you just can't like fall into peer pressure or like conform to society norms. You gotta like, be you for real.
Yeah, great answer. Let's get that.
Yeah.
All right, last group goes around.
Okay. So like choosing you is just kind of like not conforming to society or other people's like thoughts and opinions about who you should be as a person. It's doing what you want, when you want, and how you want, rather than what other people are telling you to do, how to do it, and when to do it.
Perfect. All right, y'all. That's a great answer. Great work, everyone. So the two I decided to focus on was self-acceptance and self-love. Self-acceptance is an individual's acceptance of all their attributes, positive and negative. And then we also have self-love, which is a state of appreciation for one's self, allowing for growth and support in their physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. What is the difference between these two? Well, self-acceptance leads and allows you to get to self-love. So you need the first step in order to get to self-love. And self-acceptance leads to more happiness. And what does more happiness lead to? Enjoyment of life, right? let's have another discussion session, real quick, because I like to do that. So, why is choosing you important? Yeah, go for it.
I mean, like, you gotta take care of yourself before you help others. If you're not, like, in a good state to, like, be yourself, then how are you gonna be able to, like, express and, like, show to others that you care about them and help them?
Yeah, you're good. What about you?
Like choosing you, you don't want to give yourself to like other people and just let them choose for you. You want to be able to like do things for yourself.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so number one, it allows you to become more comfortable with your past, your future, and your present. You can't be stuck in the past, because if you're stuck in the past, you can't move forward, and you can't move on to your future. And you can't be stuck in the future because you can't, you know, spend time thinking about everything that hasn't happened yet. So that's important. And it allows you to heal from past traumas and regulate triggers. And learn more about all the parts of yourself and learn to love those parts of yourself, even the ugly. It also helps decrease the fears of failure, self-critique, and increases positive emotions like self-love, confidence, self-acceptance is another one, you know, things like that. And it's something that you can grow in every day. Also, remember that mistakes are a part of life and it's a part of the learning process. Does everybody know about the growth mindset? Through self-acceptance, you can use the growth mindset. If you're constantly critiquing yourself, there's no way that you can use that process of thinking, right? Because everything has to be perfect. Awesome, cool. Now, the question is, how does this connect to leadership? With this, with self-acceptance and self-love, it allows you to become transparent enough to ask questions and learn from those around you. It also allows you to create a safe and accepting environment for everyone, including yourself. And it allows you to meet people and yourself where people are at. That's the true goal of acceptance, right? To meet people where they are in their journeys. The second point is, without self-belief, there's no way that other people can follow you, right? How do you expect people to trust your values and opinions if you don't even trust them, right? You must walk forward in confidence, even if you do make a mistake or if something does go wrong. And remember, you're making the best decision for you at all times. And if you fail, get up and keep going. There's no problems with making mistakes, even if it was with a group of people and you're in the leadership conference. That's okay, just keep moving forward. And lastly, know yourself. And this means know your strengths and your weaknesses and the places you do okay in. It can help your team be successful in the end too. Not only you knowing your strengths, but also knowing your weaknesses so that people can pick up where you lack. All right, so ways to accept yourself, right? Because that's the question. It's like, okay, Bree, you told me all this information, but what are ways and examples that I can accept myself? So I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. Obviously, don't use the ones on the PowerPoint slide, but what are ways that y'all all accept yourself right now? What are some ways that y'all accept yourselves right now?
We have said just like being honest with ourselves, like not just like loving the good part of ourselves, but like accepting like your weaknesses and stuff like that, and ways you can like build yourself up from those weaknesses.
Building off of that, said something very similar. I was like, I keep it real with myself every day. I hold myself accountable. And I accept the fact that, yeah, you're behind right now, Mitchell. You gotta get caught up. This isn't a joke anymore. It's not funny. And I was like, let's get it done. Then we get it done.
But also, don't forget to be kind though. That's
Oh.
important. Kindness. Be real, but be kind as well. You deserve compassion. Self-compassion is important. So honesty, but also be kind at the same time.
Okay.
Don't be like, Mitchell, da da da. Like, no, be kind. Like, hey, Mitchell, I know life is rough, but you got this, but I need you to lock in. Like that. Do it like that. Yes.
In our discussion, I shared a couple questions that I had a teacher from high school ask me, and those two questions were, where have you been and where are you going? And I shared that because those two questions taught me how to self-reflect, and it taught me the importance that there's no growth if you don't reflect, and then any reflection comes from growth. And then with that too, it's important in reflection to be intentional about being vulnerable with yourself, because it's easier to be vulnerable with somebody else than it is with yourself.
Wow.
And then in doing that comes that acceptance and that growth and all those other things like that.
We talked about like accepting that like you're gonna have bad days, and like there's gonna be times where you didn't do very good on an assignment, you forgot to bring something to class, or like you don't know like where you're gonna be heading. It's like that's okay. You're gonna figure it out. If you can only give 50% on one day, then that's all you should give. you can only give 100% of like what you're able to provide.
That's a great answer, and I love because I actually put it down in my notes. Also, choosing you doesn't have to be physical. It could be anything. It could be mental things. It could be psychological. It could be because there's different parts of yourself that you have to take care of. It's not just your physical health. You also need to take care of your mental health, your psychological health, your intellectual health. You need to take care of your spiritual health. If you are spiritual, once again, I want to make that very clear. And also your financial health as well. These are all important parts of you that you must take care of every single day. So as you can see on the slide, these are some things that I've been doing for the last, I don't know, forever now. So things I like to do is asking for help when needed. I still struggle in this area, y'all. I'm hyper independent. It's bad, but we're working through that. Then we going to therapy can also be a helpful thing to help you unlock things and figure out why things trigger you the way that they do. If you find somebody that you really like, I say it's a great idea. Going to the gym. I love going to the gym. Some of y'all probably see me there. If not, that's okay as well, but I love doing that. Being transparent and honest with yourself. As stated in the back, being transparent and honest with others is actually an area I really struggle in. But one thing that I'm okay with doing is being honest with myself, and I think that's the first step into building your confidence, is being honest with yourself in order to be being honest with others. Also, protecting your peace of mind. Do that however it looks for you. Operate how you want to operate. Everybody's going to try to tell you what you're supposed to do in this world. Do not let them, do not allow them to do that. Also, set boundaries and limitations. We all know boundaries, right? Everybody knows boundaries. So, boundaries are actually for you to set for others. Limitations are for you to set for yourself. Does everybody understand that? Mm-hmm. So one of my limits is, after 12 a.m., I'm not watching TikTok anymore. I can't do that to myself. Things like that. So set limits for yourself where it's like, you know what? I'm tired today. I don't feel like talking. I'm just going to sit here in the corner and vibe. Whatever that looks like, but set those for yourself. They're very important. Also, making sure you're eating enough food and getting enough rest. And I know sometimes the dining halls can be bad. I know this. Personal experience, but make sure you get enough rest and sleep. And I know finals are coming up soon and everybody's having their last couple exams. Make sure you sleep, drink enough water, take care of your physical health, and also create a positive learning environment for yourself. And when things start to get toxic, remove yourself. That's okay. It's all right. Do not keep yourself in places and spaces where you do not feel safe. Always. Now, there's a difference between feeling safe in an environment or having to grow. Obviously, there's a difference. If you need to grow in that environment. Put yourself in different spaces. But when it becomes toxic, remove yourself. And also, some people like to do daily affirmations. For me, I have a mirror in my room, and I wrote a bunch of really nice things about myself on it. And I sit in it every day for about 5 minutes and just read through and sit there and just look at it. And it's been very helpful. All right, so everybody knows what a SMART goal is, or do I need to go through it? So I have sheets for you all to set up goals to get you to get more self-acceptance or more self-love in your life. So, as we're passing out the sheets, so the question is, what are SMART goals? So these are goals that you can start right now, like literally today. And these goals, speaking of SMART, is specific goals. And it's like, will they be accomplished, or what actions will you take? Then you have measurable, which is the data that you will measure, or how much or how long will you go. Then you have achievable, which is the goal doable? And do I have the resources and skills necessary to do them? Then we have relevance, and it's like, how can this goal be broadened or shortened in a way? And then we have time bound. How long are you willing to have this goal go for? All right, so what I'm gonna have y'all do for a couple minutes, because I know we're running short a little bit, for a couple minutes, I'm gonna have y'all put your own SMART goals together on ways that you can do more self-acceptance in your life. It could be something really big, like for me, my whole goal right now is to do a whole body recomp, and I've been going to the gym 4 times a week since the summer, and trying to get my weights up and drinking more water and trying to cut back on how much I eat, things like that. So it can be anything at all, but what is one goal that you can use to accept yourself and move yourself forward and grow? Okay, you're up this time. Alright, is everybody okay? You don't have to finish your sheet today. You can take your time with it, take your time. This is just a starter, just to get you started. You can keep working if you would like to, no pressure at all. these are just my reminders to you. Don't pay attention. You don't need to write these on your sheet. This is just my reminder to you while writing your self goals and starting them. Remember, you can start now. You don't have to wait 10 years to get to where you want to be. Start today. Also, you're worth it. You are worth the effort to take care of yourself and the time. Remember that. You are more than enough. You're not doing things for people. You're doing things because you want to do them, and just be you at all times. Next, we have allow yourself to grow. Growth mindset. Make mistakes. Say something stupid or silly every once in a while. You know, it happens. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. Also, choosing you is not selfish. I want to make that very clear. Whatever option you choose it for yourself, and know that that is okay. People are not going to like what you do. They're not going to like the way you operate. They're going to tell you you're acting funny. Do what you have to do on this planet. It's okay. Also, be free. Allow yourself. Dig deep. Accept everything. Even the nights when you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so sick and tired of me and I just want to lay down on my bed. Accept those moments. Accept those moments when you're angry or when you're going to cry. That will help you self-regulate. And also, acceptance and healing, y'all, is not a straight line. One day you're going to be happy and like, oh, get hyped. I was going to say turned up, but can't say that because it's get hyped day. Get hyped, and the next day you're going to be like, I'm not hyped at all. I don't care. And that's okay. It's no straight line to anything in this life. So enjoy the ride, and keep moving forward in confidence, no matter what. Good days, bad days, and just be okay with it. It's all right. It's all right. So, this side. I would like to say thank you all. I have an ending quote for you. I would like to say thank you for all for coming. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up to the presentation, so I thank you all for walking in. Also, accepting yourself is about respecting yourself. It's about honoring yourself right now, here, today, in the moment, not just who you could be somewhere down the line. That's by Chris Clark. I really like that. Y'all, that is the end of my presentation. We got y'all out on time, which was my goal. We're out 3 minutes early. So thank you for all coming.